Think about water, for example. So water is a pretty good way to understand this. So when water is flowing, then water is very attractive to us. So when water is flowing, then it has a sense of, freshness and vitality to it. So we're very attracted to it. On the other hand, when water stagnates, it's usually not so attractive. I mean, if you're a very special, particular kind of person, maybe you find that attractive. But by and large, most of us do not find stagnant water to be attractive. So because stagnant water tends to has less of a sense of the kind of vitality that we're attracted to. It doesn't seem fresh. It will tend to, start to grow things that are not so appealing and attractive to us. So when there is flow that's attractive to us, and it tends to increase the kinds of aliveness that we find attractive. When it stagnates, we don't find that so attractive. And it tends to produce more like rotting and putrefaction. Okay, so it breaks things down instead of increasing vitality. So we're attracted to flow. We want flow because the flow is where we experience that vitality, that aliveness. It's attractive to us. So let's look at how that plays out in these different domains. So, and again, I don't think it's too difficult to understand how this applies, but let's just look at it in a couple of these domains. So let's start with money. So a lot of the time we might think, well, I just want more money. I mean, it's not about flow. I just want to have more of it. Well, actually, what I will argue that what you want is flow, right? So, I mean, in part, you want more to flow to you. You don't, you might think you just want more money, but you don't actually just want more money. Because if you just had more money and you just were trying to like hold on to it and stockpile it, then first of all, it's not doing you any good. Second of all, then you have to worry about what you're going to do with all the money, like not what you're going to use it for, but how you're going to safeguard it, right? So it just adds more stress to your life. So just having more money in and of itself is not actually what you want. What you want, I'm proposing, is more flow in relation with money. So you want more money flowing to you. However, if we think about this water as a metaphor again, then you could see that if you just had money that came to you, but then it just never went out, then it's going to stagnate. Plus, you're going to keep having more coming in, so you're going to have to figure out how you're going to contain it. So then it becomes stressful because you have to keep containing more and more and more and more. And it becomes stagnant. That money is just doing nothing. So it's not actually helping you or anyone else. It just becomes, well, it starts to rot, basically. So then it becomes not what you want, not vital. It's not actually giving you what you want. It's not true abundance. Then it's just a burden. Now, on the other hand, when the money is also flowing out, then suddenly it's a different story. Then it's vital. Now, I'm not suggesting that it's problematic to save money, to have a reservoir of money, right? So we could have a reservoir of water that is still flowing, still vital, because there's water flowing in and water flowing out. So there's still a flow, but there's a reservoir there. So in the same sense, we can do that with money. So we could have a reservoir of money. You can save money, but there's still flow that's involved. As soon as the flow stops, then it becomes problematic. But when there's flow, then it is still, it's really what we want. Then we have the certainty, we have that trust, knowing that there is an influx. We also know that we have the ability to confidently utilize that money, to have an outflow of money, to invest in those things which we find desirable, good, wholesome, enjoyable, pleasant, meaningful, purposeful, and so forth and so on. So then we know that the money is really vital. Okay, so with money, hopefully that's somewhat clear.